Hi there, welcome to another edition of Mark Talking About Crystals. How are you doing? Welcome. It's a beautiful day. Today I'm looking at a crystal that has been with me for a long time. I've worked with it probably every single year without failure. It's always been a crystal that I've found fascinating, especially when I work in the field of work of spirit trapped in between two worlds, as well as people who are deep in grief and people who really struggle with that kind of psychic attack. This crystal is good for all of those things, but it's also good for many other things. I love to heal with this crystal. So let me show it to you. Hello. Oh, it's black. It kind of is, yeah. So there you go. It's black onyx. Oh, don't like onyx. Why not? It's fantastic. You should try it. It works really well. Don't really know much about. Is it like a chalcedony type crystal? It's. I don't know how it's formed. It's formed within crystals, and I don't really truly understand how it's formed. But I really love the crystal, and it's actually this one's from Madagascar, but I have had some from. Oh, I've had some from India actually. A while ago, many years ago. Peru, I had some from Peru. Did I have some from Brazil? Is it even in Brazil? I think somebody sold me some many years ago and they said it was from Brazil. So it's probably all over the place, who knows? But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal. I'm going to tell you how it's helped me and how it's worked with me and what it's done for my clients. Grief. First of all, I'd like to talk about grief. When you're in a place of grief, why would it be in Greece? Oh my God, he's at it again. Come on, get the popcorn. He's losing it. He's just said Greece when he meant grief. Oh, Shaz, honestly, I can't wait to get working with you, lass. Don't worry. We're starting soon. So, shut up, Mark. Just shut up and be serious. Be serious. That's actually a lovely cut, right? That's a big crystal. That's a big one, I guess. It's a really big one. Look. Beautiful. Hard to take photos. I'm like, I can't take a photo because you can see me in it. On my photos you can see. Well, nearly. So there you go, look. Gorgeous. So, oh shush. Oh, look at this one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fabulous. Fabulous. Fabulous crystal. Alright, come on then, Mark. When did you first start working with it? Many years ago, I was introduced to this as a ball. So it was a sphere, and it was a big sphere. I worked with it because at the point when I started working with it, I bought a piece from, I think, did I get it from? I can't remember my first piece, but it was the ball. I got it from somewhere, and it was on my table. It was next to, was it Celestine? Selenite. I always get them two confused. The blue one, Celestine. Yeah, Selenite's the white. Yeah, over there, which I'm working on now. Oh, confused.com. Give it me, I'll tell you what it is and how it works, but names and all the other stuff, forget it. So working with that crystal, I had a lot of people who wanted to connect to the spirit world, who wanted to speak to their family, and I wasn't a medium, but I was actually extra small. No, I wasn't. Wasn't doing mediumship, and I didn't like it. Don't say that word. I know I've heard you're a medium. I'm not a medium. I just share things with you because by calling me that, it makes me say, "Well, I came to speak to my grandma. She wasn't there." Well, I don't know. But working with that, I had it in my hand, and as I was doing the readings, I found that I was picking up spirit much easier. Now I don't know whether you can click on the internet and find out what other people say about this crystal, but for me, I can tell you for sure, it's a definite connector to the spirit world. It helps you connect. Not only that, it helps with grief. In some way, there is a connector to grief and the spirit world, which eases the pain. Now, I was going to tell you about black tourmaline being an amazing crystal for grief, which it is. But this is a slightly different frequency that changes your grief into connection. So how do you say that in words? I only can tell you by my feelings when working with clients. What I noticed when somebody was filled with grief and they weren't ready to connect, they just wanted to heal from the grief, I would always give them a beautiful African black piece of tourmaline and send them on their way after a healing session, and that would work tremendously well. Then there were other people who felt the grief but they wanted to connect to the family and spirit. This crystal is for that, I would say, predominantly. It has this frequency that helps you feel your family and spirit because you want to, and you want to feel that release of the frustration of not being able to feel them, hold them, and connect with them. So that is principally how I use black onyx. However, it also has a diverse energy in it which helps with anybody who feels lost, anybody who feels like they don't know what they're doing, where they're going, what their path is, what their journey is. This is a brilliant crystal for that moment of changing from always wearing black to changing into something colourful. So it's the energy of at the point where you're ready to change your life but you don't know why or how. This crystal helps that transition. I don't know how it helps, but it helps. I've seen it in many people. So, right, other things it's good for. If you have any kind of heavy energy in your mind, any fear, any worry, any doubts, if you are always skeptical, if you're always doubting, if you always say, oh, it's going to go wrong, piece like this, gently rub on your temples and third eye is fantastic. Brilliant. Try that, or just wear it, and it helps release that energy. So you'll feel more like, you know what, I don't need to think bad thoughts anymore. I don't always need to be skeptical and it's always everything's going to go wrong. Wear it. Even for men, it's fantastic for men to wear it because it just does something. Your energy shifts and changes to a level of, okay, let's see, instead of, it's all going to go wrong. So it's great for that. Oh gosh, I could go on and on. Where do you want to go from here, Mark? Black onyx for me, I think a sphere in the house is fantastic as well. If you can find it and find a nice round ball, place it in the house at the most negative place where you find you're always arguing, fighting. Leave it there, let it do its work. It's fabulous. It's a transformational stone as well. It really is a transformational stone. It doesn't get much credit for some reason, and it's always like, pulled down like, marble and travertino is a good marble, but it's not a crystal. It's a good stone. It really is a good stone. Now, I was going to talk. Don't talk about that. Forget it. Moving on. For me, for some reason, when I went into properties which were filled with spirit trapped in between two worlds, if I had a piece of this with me, it would help their transition. So it's a really good piece to wear when you are working or you're in the vicinity of spirit trapped or entities, negativity, anything like that. Some people ask me, is it a protection crystal? I would say it is, far more than it being an uplifting, wonderful crystal. That it's a protection. It helps you. It makes you, more aware of negative energy. It makes you feel like, I don't know. I guess when I worked and did my work, I always seemed to find that when I was wearing it, if it was, I want to be careful here, but sometimes some spirits can be really devious and not demonic, but really dark. They can break things and smash things. wearing this is a great protector from that, so you don't feel as if you're going to get interfered with or hijacked or anything like that. I always remember somebody asking me the question, and it's been asked to me a few times, and it shocked them because they've said, you know, I want to do this work, but I'm frightened of doing it. And I'm frightened of something attaching to me and stuff. And I often used to say, well, there's a load of crystals out there, but black onyx is pretty good. And anybody who wore black onyx, especially in courses, wherever I wore it in the world, never really got affected when they were wearing it. So there is something very special about this. I've heard stories by Native Americans that talked about black onyx as well, which is strange because, you know, I didn't ever think they'd talk about this, but they do. And I've heard a couple of stories mentioned how they work with it. So it is a great talisman for healers, for psychics. If you are a healer and you're a crystal healer, you want to know how this works on you, on your clients more so. It's a brilliant place to place it on the heart. It's brilliant to place on the third eye. It's brilliant to massage on the temples. These are the places where I normally worked with it. Some people who struggle with speech, meaning that not only physical but actually emotional, place it on they call it the chakra, throat chakra. Place it on there, do the healing session, go to the back of the head, predominantly to the right hand side of the head when you're working. One hand over the neck with the crystal and the other hand at the back of the head. Just stay there for about half an hour to an hour. You'll find there's a lot of cleansing and easing from that. It's incredible crystal to clear away what's called the heavy baggage or burden or fear. So it's a great clearer of fear as well. Anything else, Mark? Kids who are struggling with depression, brilliant crystal for them to wear. It tends to ease that depression and that pain and that suffering. Yeah, I like wearing it in rituals. So if I'm ever doing a ritual of love, white light, if I'm doing flower blessings, ceremonies, anything like that, it's a great crystal. It's a great crystal for that. I think that's it today. I think that's as much as I want to share with you with this crystal, because it's 10 minutes and I like to keep it at 10 minutes. So take one more look, and that is my latest collection. I hope you love them. They're on the website soon, and if there's nothing there that you feel a pull to, go to and support your local crystal store. Have a great day. Thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic crystals, oils and incense, and now teas. Take care.